Have you ever felt like you're giving so much of yourself to others that you end up with nothing left for yourself? Perhaps you found yourself bending over backward to please everyone around you, hoping to avoid conflict, rejection, or the fear of being disliked. But here's the truth no one likes to admit. Being too nice often leads to frustration, resentment, and a loss of control over your own life. What if I told you that there's a way to break free from this cycle? What if, instead of constantly saying yes and putting others first, you could embrace a new mindset, one that would give you the confidence to take control, stand firm in your beliefs, and live life on your terms? This is where Stoic confidence comes in. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has withstood the test of time, teaches us how to live with resilience, inner peace, and strength. It empowers us to understand the difference between what we can control and what we can't. Imagine feeling free to say no without guilt, to set clear boundaries, and to make decisions that honor your true self, without the constant worry of what others might think. It's not about being rude or cold. It's about learning how to balance kindness with self-respect and taking charge of your own destiny. But here's the kicker. Most people never fully tap into this power. They remain stuck in the rut of being overly nice, feeling overwhelmed and taken advantage of. So why do some people manage to exude confidence, while others remain trapped in the cycle of self-sacrifice? It's all about shifting your mindset and adopting practices rooted in Stoic wisdom. When you embrace this ancient philosophy, you'll unlock a new level of self-mastery, confidence, and control. Are you ready to break free from the chains of being too nice? Ready to embrace a life where you take charge and stop worrying about how others perceive you? If you want to discover 8 powerful ways to stop being overly nice and start living with Stoic confidence, then keep reading. You're about to learn the secret to reclaiming your life and building the kind of inner strength that draws respect, not compliance. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more life-changing insights. And if you've ever struggled with this, leave a comment below. Let's talk about how you've experienced the battle between kindness and self-respect. Together, we can take control and stop being too nice for good. 1. Understand the difference between kindness and people-pleasing. Imagine this. You've just agreed to take on yet another task, one you have no time for, just to avoid the uncomfortable feeling of letting someone down. You've promised to help a friend with a project, even though you're already overwhelmed with your own responsibilities. In the moment, it seems harmless. You're being kind, right? But hours later, as you're drowning in tasks, resentment starts to bubble up. You've sacrificed your own needs once again. And for what? The approval of someone else, a fleeting moment of gratitude. The truth is, you're stuck in a dangerous loop, one that keeps you from truly embracing your own power. This, my friend, is the perilous dance of being too nice, and it's time to break free. Here's the secret. There's a massive difference between kindness and people-pleasing. Kindness is rooted in genuine care, a desire to help others because it aligns with your values. It's a choice you make freely, without expectation or resentment. On the other hand, people-pleasing is a trap. It's driven by fear of rejection, fear of conflict, fear of being seen as selfish. You don't help because you genuinely want to. You do it because you can't bear the thought of someone being upset with you. Over time, this constant need to please others begins to eat away at your sense of self, leaving you feeling drained and out of control. Now imagine if you could break that cycle. What if you could discern when your actions were coming from a place of true kindness versus a place of obligation and fear? What if you could start making decisions based on what was best for you, rather than constantly bending to the will of others? That's the moment you start to tap into the Stoic confidence that can truly transform your life. The first step toward embracing this change is to be brutally honest with yourself. Are you saying yes because you genuinely want to help? Or are you saying yes because you're terrified of disappointing someone? Do you find yourself apologizing when you haven't even done anything wrong? These are signs that you may be stuck in people-pleasing mode. It's time to acknowledge it. But here's where it gets exciting. Once you understand the difference, everything changes. Stoicism teaches us that our power lies in controlling our own thoughts and actions, not in controlling how others feel about us. When you recognize that you can be kind without losing yourself, the floodgates of freedom open. No longer do you need to say yes just to gain approval. Instead, you can say no when you need to, and still stand tall, knowing that your worth isn't tied to what others think of you. By understanding this key difference, you stop being at the mercy of external forces. You reclaim your time, your energy, and your self-respect. This is the essence of Stoic confidence. It's about making decisions that align with your values and not letting the fear of others' judgment control you. Once you begin to let go of people-pleasing, you'll notice a shift, a surge of empowerment that allows you to set stronger boundaries, take back control, and live a life that is truly your own. So, are you ready to let go of the approval trap and embrace a life of true self-confidence? The first step is simple. Understand the difference between kindness and people-pleasing. Once you do, you'll never look back. 2. Focus on what you can control. Have you ever felt completely overwhelmed by situations that seem beyond your control? Maybe you're worrying about how others perceive you, stressing over things that didn't go as planned, or constantly trying to meet everyone's expectations. The more you try to juggle, the more you feel like you're losing your grip. But what if I told you that everything you're experiencing is a direct result of focusing on the wrong things? What if, instead of trying to control everything around you, you could shift your focus to the one thing you actually can control: yourself? Here's where it gets really exciting. When you start focusing on what's actually within your control, everything changes. Stoicism, one of the most powerful philosophies ever created, teaches us that we only have control over 3 things: our thoughts, our actions, and our responses. That's it. The rest, the opinions of others, the unexpected bumps in the road, the things that don't go according to plan, they're out of your hands. And the moment you accept this truth, the weight you've been carrying starts to lift. You stop feeling like the world is spinning out of control, and you regain the ability to take charge of your own life. But here's the catch. Accepting what you can't control doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're giving yourself the freedom to focus on what truly matters. Most of us waste our time and energy obsessing over things like what other people think of us, how they might react to our decisions, or whether they'll be upset if we say no. But when you embrace Stoic confidence, you stop letting these outside factors dictate your happiness or peace of mind. Instead, you begin to direct your energy toward controlling what you can: your own actions, your mindset, and your emotional responses. Here's the game changer. The moment you stop trying to control everything and focus on what you can influence, you'll realize something incredible. You're stronger than you think. You have the power to shape your thoughts, the way you react to setbacks, and the way you approach challenges. It's like unlocking a hidden level of control that you didn't even know existed. When you stop worrying about others and start focusing on your own decisions and responses, you become less reactive and more proactive. You begin to navigate life with calm, confidence, and purpose. Now, imagine this. The next time someone asks you to do something that doesn't align with your goals, instead of overthinking whether they'll be disappointed, you'll simply say, "No, that's not something I can take on right now." When you focus on what you can control, you stop stressing over the outcome and embrace the peace that comes from making decisions based on what's right for you, not what's right for everyone else. So, are you ready to stop wasting energy on things you can't control and start taking charge of the only thing that matters, yourself? It's time to embrace Stoic confidence and shift your focus. If this resonated with you, hit the like button, share with someone who could use a reminder of where their true power lies, and subscribe for more life-changing strategies. Drop a comment below. What's one thing you've been worrying about that you need to let go of? Let's talk about how we can shift our focus and regain control over our lives. 3. Embrace discomfort for growth. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, staring down at a vast unknown. Your heart races and every instinct screams, "Don't jump." But there's a whisper inside you, urging you to take the leap, to face your fears head on. What happens next? Do you stay in your comfortable, safe space, or do you embrace the discomfort and take the plunge into something transformative? Most people would hesitate, afraid of what might happen. But the truth is, the only way to truly grow and unlock your potential is to embrace discomfort. Here's where it gets powerful. Every moment of discomfort holds the seed of growth. This is a core lesson from Stoicism. Stoics believed that in order to build resilience, inner strength, and true confidence, we must confront challenges directly and willingly. The discomfort we feel in difficult situations is not something to shy away from. It's the very thing that forges our character and shapes us into stronger, more capable individuals. And yet, most people run from discomfort, fearing failure, rejection, or embarrassment. They stay in the safety of what's familiar, and in doing so, they stunt their growth. But what if discomfort didn't have to be feared? What if, instead of viewing it as a threat, you saw it as a necessary part of your journey to greatness? This is exactly what Stoic confidence teaches us. By leaning into discomfort, we build the resilience we need to face anything life throws our way. Think about it. When was the last time you truly grew, learned something new, or pushed yourself beyond your limits without stepping into the discomfort zone? Imagine you're faced with a challenge, whether it's speaking up for yourself, tackling a new project, or standing up to someone who's overstepping your boundaries. In that moment, you can either shrink back, avoid the discomfort, and allow fear to dictate your actions, or you can step forward, knowing that the discomfort is a sign you're on the right path. When you face your fears head-on, you're not just overcoming obstacles, you're expanding your capacity for confidence and resilience. Here's the kicker. The more you expose yourself to discomfort and choose to engage with it, the more you rewire your brain to see it as a tool for growth, not something to be avoided at all costs. The discomfort becomes familiar, and that's when you start to notice real change. You no longer let fear dictate your decisions. You start embracing challenges, stepping out of your comfort zone, and becoming more powerful with each leap of faith you take. So, what would happen if you made discomfort your ally? What if, instead of running from the uncomfortable situations in your life, you leaned in, knowing that on the other side lies strength, growth, and confidence? The key to taking control of your life and becoming unshakable lies in your ability to embrace the discomfort, knowing that it's the only way to reach new heights. Are you ready to stop avoiding discomfort and start growing through it? It's time to transform your fear into fuel for your personal development. If this idea struck a chord with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more empowering insights. Leave a comment below. What's one uncomfortable situation you're going to face head-on today? Let's start a conversation about how we can grow through discomfort and unleash our true potential. Set strong boundaries. Have you ever felt drained, overwhelmed, or even resentful after helping someone, despite your best intentions? That feeling of being stretched too thin is a direct result of not having clear boundaries. You're giving so much of yourself that you end up with nothing left for your own needs or desires. But here's the truth that many people don't realize. Boundaries are not only essential for protecting your energy, they are the key to maintaining your self-respect and confidence. Picture this. You're at work. A colleague asks you to take on yet another task, and your mind is screaming no, but instead you say yes because you're afraid of disappointing them or being perceived as uncooperative. You're sacrificing your time and energy even though you know you're already at your limit. Now, imagine a different scenario. You recognize that this request doesn't align with your current priorities, and you calmly say, "I can't take that on right now." The relief you feel is immediate, and the respect you've gained for standing your ground is invaluable. This is the power of setting strong, clear boundaries. Here's where it gets exciting. Boundaries aren't just about saying no, they're about reclaiming your time, your energy, and your peace of mind. When you set boundaries, you're telling the world that your needs matter as much as anyone else's. You're no longer a passive participant in life, allowing others to dictate how you spend your time. Instead, you take control. Setting strong boundaries allows you to prioritize what's truly important to you. Whether it's time for self-care, focusing on your goals, or simply having space to breathe. But why do so many of us struggle with boundaries? It's often because we're conditioned to be nice, to avoid conflict, and to put others' needs before our own. We fear rejection or being labeled as selfish. But what if I told you that the ability to set boundaries is one of the most powerful tools for building Stoic confidence? When you know what you will and won't tolerate, you protect your mental and emotional well-being, and that's the foundation for inner strength. Think about it. Boundaries are your invisible shield. They protect your time, your energy, and your mental space. When you set clear boundaries, you stop the endless cycle of people-pleasing and start living authentically. You start saying yes only to the things that align with your values and goals, and no to the things that drain you or compromise your self-respect. This shift creates a profound sense of empowerment. Now take a moment and ask yourself, where in your life do you need stronger boundaries? Whether it's in your relationships, your work, or your personal life, the key to reclaiming control is recognizing where you've been overextending yourself and setting limits that protect your well-being. Are you ready to stop overcommitting and start protecting your time and energy? Setting boundaries isn't just about saying no to others. It's about saying yes to yourself and your needs. If this resonated with you, like, share, and subscribe for more empowering tips on taking control of your life and building unshakable confidence. And leave a comment below. What's one boundary you're going to set today to protect your time and energy? Let's dive into how we can start reclaiming our personal space and stand firm in our decisions. 5. Practice self-respect. Imagine standing in a room full of people, all clamoring for attention, vying for approval, seeking validation. You can feel the pressure mounting to fit in, to be liked, to be accepted. But then there's a moment, a quiet realization that changes everything. What if the key to standing out and truly thriving isn't in gaining their approval, but in giving it to yourself first? What if the secret to confidence is not bending to others' expectations, but respecting your own needs, desires, and boundaries? This is where true empowerment begins, when you practice self-respect. It's easy to think that confidence comes from external validation, from others' praise, compliments, or acceptance. But this kind of confidence is fleeting. It depends on how others perceive you, and that's a shaky foundation. Self-respect, on the other hand, is rooted in an unwavering belief in your own worth, independent of anyone else's opinion. It's about acknowledging that your needs, your values, and your boundaries matter. It's about showing up for yourself, even when the world tries to pull you in 1,000 directions. But why do so many of us struggle with self-respect? Often, it's because we've been conditioned to put others first, to please people, and to seek external approval. We've been taught to be nice at the expense of our own needs, which eventually leaves us feeling depleted and disconnected from our true selves. However, here's the powerful truth. You can't pour from an empty cup. In order to give your best to others, you first need to honor and respect yourself. When you practice self-respect, you stop apologizing for who you are and start making choices that align with your values and goals. It means setting clear boundaries without feeling guilty, saying no when you need to, and prioritizing your own well-being. You stop waiting for others to validate you because you've already validated yourself. When you have self-respect, you're able to navigate life with a calm, centered confidence that comes from knowing you are enough, just as you are. Here's the exciting part. When you respect yourself, others will respect you too. The energy you put into the world reflects back at you. People are drawn to those who have confidence in themselves, who aren't afraid to stand their ground, and who live with integrity. This isn't about arrogance or selfishness. It's about honoring your own needs and showing the world that you are worthy of respect. So, what would happen if you started practicing self-respect today? What if you stopped waiting for others to acknowledge your worth and started acknowledging it for yourself? The shift in how you carry yourself will be immediate, and so will the respect you receive from others. Are you ready to stop seeking approval from others and start giving it to yourself? It's time to embrace the self-respect that will give you the confidence to take control of your life and live authentically. If you're ready to make that shift, hit like, share, and subscribe for more tips on how to unlock your inner strength and build lasting confidence. And leave a comment below. What's one way you're going to practice self-respect today? Let's dive into the conversation about how we can all start respecting ourselves more fully and living with unapologetic confidence. 6. Accept that you can't please everyone. Think about the last time you bent over backward to make someone happy. Maybe it was to avoid an awkward situation, to prevent conflict, or just because you didn't want to disappoint someone. How did it feel? Sure, you might have received a quick thank you, but deep down, did you feel truly satisfied? Or did you start to resent the situation? If you're being honest, you probably felt more drained than appreciated. Here's the harsh truth. You can't please everyone, and trying to will only leave you exhausted, unfulfilled, and stuck in a cycle of self-sacrifice. This is a hard pill to swallow for many people, especially those who are used to saying yes to every request, going above and beyond to make everyone around them happy. But here's the exciting part. Once you accept this truth, that you simply cannot please everyone, your life will change in profound ways. Stoicism teaches us that peace comes not from appeasing others, but from accepting that their happiness is not your responsibility. You see, the more you try to please others, the more you give up control over your own life. Every decision, every action becomes about gaining approval or avoiding rejection, leaving you with little room for your own desires or goals. The people you're trying to please might never truly appreciate your efforts, and even worse, they may take it for granted, expecting more and more of you. But when you accept that you can't make everyone happy, you give yourself permission to prioritize your own needs and make choices that align with your values and goals. Now, I know what you're thinking, but doesn't that make me selfish? Won't people get upset if I stop putting them first all the time? The truth is, no matter how much you give, you'll never be able to make everyone happy. Some people will always want more, and others might even resent you for changing. But the freedom that comes from letting go of the need for constant approval is priceless. Here's the key. When you stop trying to please everyone, you stop living in fear of others' judgment. You take back control of your life, your time, and your energy. You start making decisions based on what you need and want, not based on what you think others expect from you. This shift is what gives you the Stoic confidence to stand firm in your choices and say no when necessary, without guilt or fear of rejection. Imagine a life where your actions are driven by your own values, not by an endless desire for external validation. What if you stopped worrying about who might get upset or what others might think? You'd live with a sense of inner peace, free from the anxiety that comes from constantly trying to please others. This is what it means to take control of your life and embrace true self-confidence. So, are you ready to accept that you can't please everyone and start living authentically, unapologetically, and confidently? It's time to take back control of your choices and stop being a slave to external expectations. If this resonated with you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on how to break free from the need for approval and live with powerful self-confidence. And drop a comment below. What's one situation where you've been trying to please others, and how will you change that moving forward? Let's talk about how we can all learn to embrace our true selves and let go of the need to please everyone. 7. Cultivate emotional resilience. Imagine facing a major setback. Maybe you missed an opportunity or something didn't go according to plan. The old you might have spiraled into frustration, anger, or disappointment, feeling defeated by the situation. But what if there was a way to shift your mindset so that instead of crumbling under pressure, you became stronger and more focused with each challenge? Welcome to the power of emotional resilience. Here's the truth. Life is unpredictable. Things won't always go your way. People will let you down, and sometimes you'll face challenges that seem insurmountable. But emotional resilience, the ability to bounce back, to adapt, and to keep moving forward, separates those who thrive from those who stay stuck. This is a core principle of Stoic philosophy. It's not the events themselves that determine our happiness, but how we respond to them. The Stoics believed that we have the power to control our emotions, to choose our reactions, and to maintain our inner peace no matter what's happening in the external world. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can I stay calm when everything is falling apart around me? The key lies in cultivating resilience through practice. Emotional resilience isn't something you're born with. It's a muscle that you can strengthen over time. It begins by acknowledging that you can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you react. When you face setbacks, instead of allowing yourself to spiral into negative emotions, you choose to learn from the experience. You focus on what you can do rather than what went wrong. Imagine this. A situation arises that challenges you, whether it's a disagreement, a failure, or an unexpected obstacle. The old reactive you might have been triggered, feeling helpless or angry. But the new you, the resilient version, takes a step back and asks, "What can I learn from this? How can I adapt?" This mindset shift is exactly what builds Stoic confidence. It's not about ignoring your feelings or suppressing your emotions. It's about recognizing that while emotions are natural, they don't have to control you. By acknowledging your feelings, understanding them, and choosing a constructive response, you develop the strength to overcome whatever life throws your way. Here's the exciting part. The more you practice emotional resilience, the less power negative emotions have over you. You start to become unshakable. Whether it's a tough day at work, a personal setback, or a challenging relationship, you'll be able to face it with a calm and steady mind, knowing that you can handle whatever comes next. The real strength lies in your ability to rise above life's challenges, to stay composed, and to maintain your sense of self no matter what. So, are you ready to stop letting life's challenges knock you off course? It's time to build emotional resilience and start embracing obstacles as opportunities for growth. With each setback, you become more powerful, more confident, and more in control of your life. If this resonated with you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on building emotional resilience and taking control of your life. And drop a comment below. How do you typically respond to setbacks? And how will you start cultivating resilience today? Let's discuss how we can all strengthen our emotional resilience and embrace life with unshakable confidence. Practice self-discipline. What if I told you that the ultimate key to taking control of your life and unleashing true Stoic confidence lies not in the grand moments of achievement, but in the small, everyday choices you make? Picture this. It's early in the morning and the alarm goes off. Your bed feels like the coziest place in the world, but you know that you've got goals, deadlines, and a vision for the future. You face a decision. Do you hit snooze and stay comfortable, or do you get up and take action, even when it's tough? This moment, my friend, is where self-discipline comes into play. Here's where it gets powerful. Self-discipline is the secret weapon that allows you to make consistent progress, even when motivation fades. It's about making the choice to act, even when you don't feel like it, and following through with your commitments, no matter how difficult or uncomfortable. The more you practice self-discipline, the more you build a foundation of personal power that cannot be shaken. It's not about being perfect or following some rigid set of rules. It's about consistently making choices that align with your long-term goals, even when it's inconvenient. Think about it. When you practice self-discipline, you stop waiting for the perfect moment to take action. You stop letting distractions or excuses stand in your way, whether it's sticking to a workout routine, finishing a project you've been procrastinating on, or maintaining healthy habits. The ability to follow through with your commitments is what sets the confident apart from the rest. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you strengthen your character and reinforce the belief that you are in control of your own destiny. Here's the kicker. Self-discipline doesn't mean being hard on yourself or punishing yourself for mistakes. In fact, it's the opposite. It's about showing up for yourself with compassion and consistency, even when the road gets tough. When you stay disciplined, you train your mind to push through obstacles and keep moving forward, even when you don't feel motivated. This consistent action builds momentum, and before you know it, the small disciplined choices compound into huge successes. The most powerful part: the more you practice self-discipline, the more your self-esteem and confidence grow. You start to trust yourself more because you prove to yourself that you can follow through, even when it's difficult. That trust in yourself is the foundation of Stoic confidence. You stop waiting for external validation or circumstances to align perfectly, and instead, you create your own path forward, one disciplined choice at a time. So, are you ready to stop waiting for motivation to strike and start building the discipline that will lead to lasting success? Embrace the power of self-discipline and watch how it transforms your life. If this idea resonates with you, like, share, and subscribe for more insights on how to unlock your inner strength and take control of your future. Drop a comment below. What area of your life will you focus on practicing self-discipline today? Let's talk about how we can all build the habits that lead to lasting confidence and personal growth. Conclusion. There you have it. 8 powerful ways to stop being too nice, embrace Stoic confidence, and take control of your life. Remember, confidence doesn't come from pleasing everyone around you or avoiding discomfort. It comes from understanding your own worth, setting boundaries, accepting life's challenges, and being disciplined in the pursuit of your goals. When you choose to embrace these principles, you start taking control of your decisions, your emotions, and ultimately, your future. It's not an overnight transformation, but with each small step, you'll find yourself growing stronger, more resilient, and more confident. It's time to stop giving away your power and start living a life that's true to you. So, take action today. Practice kindness without people-pleasing. Focus on what you can control. Embrace discomfort, set boundaries, and cultivate the self-respect and discipline that will shape your future. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on how to take control of your life and build unstoppable confidence. And I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know which tip resonated with you the most, or how you're planning to apply these strategies in your life. Together, we can build a community of empowered individuals who are ready to take charge of their destiny. Thanks for watching, and remember, confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. Go out there and own your life.